Alright, before you shoot this, the first thing you need to know is how to grip it. This is what you want. It's similar to a shotgun or a rifle or any other kind of long arm stance, but the only difference is now you have a neat little package that fits in either one hand or both hands right here. Now you can either have the supporting arm.
No, hold it like that again.
Now you can either have the supporting arm straight like such and out here, or you can have it down like this. For me, this is most comfortable. There is no right or wrong way. It's all on you. It's all in what you feel comfortable with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a couple of scenarios. The first is, inexperienced gun owner, doesn't know anything about the gun he bought other than what they told him at the pawn shop or at the gun store, responding to somebody trying to break into his house. And then we're going to run through some defensive tactics that you can use, that you can practice, that you don't need to spend a whole lot of money on or to buy any specific props. You can use your actual house that you can employ in the same situation for better results. And then we're going to run a scenario using those tactics that I talk about. So let's take a look real quick at what happens when you don't have the proper training you need to defend yourself. Fuck's in my house. Hey man, who's in my house? You better stop!
Oh.
Alright, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come around with the pistol up. If this was my defense pistol, I would keep it loaded with a round in the chamber. That way it was ready to go. I didn't have to... In a house, that is an advertisement of where I am. Lets the bad guys know where I am, and it could be my downfall. So in an actual defense type situation, this gun would be loaded already. I'm going to come up. I'm going to come to the first corner I see. I'm going to come around slowly, cut the pie. That way I get a slice by slice picture of what's in the room. And if I see someone, say, right there by a telescope, I have time to duck back out of the way. So I'm going to come around, there's somebody there, I'm going to get back, and then I'm going to do what I like to call a pop out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up. My weak side foot is going to be first, since I am turning left. My right side foot is going to be back. The reason for this, you'll see in a moment. I'm going to keep the pistol down and away from my feet. That way, in case it accidentally goes off, I don't shoot myself in the foot or in the leg. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get cozy with this corner, and I'm going to take a quick peek. Quick peek, and I'm going to swing around. And that allows me, as I'm coming around, because I have my right leg back while I make this left turn, that allows me to smoothly come around with one foot. And as I'm swinging around, I can see everything in the room and engage any threat that I see. There's nothing here, so I'm going to put the pistol back down, and I'm going to get cozy with this corner. There's nothing in this room that I can see, so now I'm going to get cozy with this corner right here, and I'm going to do the same thing. This time, I'm going to change hands real quick, take up a left-handed stance, because I have to go right. Now because I have to go right, that means now I have to put my left foot back and my right foot forward. That way I can easily go around. If I keep it like this, what's going to happen is that right there. I do it like this, that right there. So I'm going to transition hands real quick. Quick peek, another quick peek, and I'm going to come around. And as I'm coming around, I'm bringing the gun up and getting it into a defensive posture. The reason you want to do that, come around with your gun down, is so, like in the scenario, the homeowner got his gun grabbed, and the bad guy was able to take advantage of that, throw him off balance, and knock him to the ground, resulting in, most times, a dead homeowner, usually killed by his own gun. You do this, your chances of that happening go down significantly, because it gives you time to see a threat and back off or engage. Now, expanding on stances and whatnot, there's several different grips, actual stances with the pistol. The first one is the high ready, keeping the pistol up. When you use high ready, everywhere you look, that pistol follows. You don't ever want to do this. If you look up, pistol goes up with you. If you look down, pistol goes down with you. If you look right, vice versa. Keep your eye welded on the sight picture. That being said, do not focus on the sights. You want them to be fuzzy. Focus on what's ahead of your sight picture. In the instance of this camera, I'm focusing on that camera lens, and these sights are fuzzy. Next is your low ready, which is the same as this, only you bring it down. And when you bring it down, you keep your arms in the same posture, and you keep the pistol pointed slightly off to the side of you. That way, if you're walking in the low ready and something happens and you pull the trigger, you don't accidentally shoot yourself in the leg or in the foot. Get on the ground, don't you move. Get on the ground.